What's up, everyone? I have been seriously missing in action. So I'm making this video because I've been in New York officially for a year on May 1st. And I also right now have this like hideous man voice because I'm sick or something. So you're just gonna have to ignore that. But I just really wanted to make this video kind of talking about my first year in New York since I've been here for a year and why I moved, what I've been doing, and just kind of like a vlog to get back on track because I'm gonna start making videos again and I've been on like a major hiatus. So this is just gonna kind of update all of my followers who are interested in kind of my personal life. I know a lot of you guys follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. So if you don't, you can go check me out, facebook.com/itsblitzzz with 3 Z's, just like my username on YouTube. And my Instagram is just itsblitzzz. So if you have an iPhone, totally check me out on Instagram because it's definitely a good way to get in touch with me. I network with like a lot of people on my social networking whatevers. I don't really use Twitter, I'm not gonna lie, like I never got into it and I never really figured out like how the hell to use it, so. Otherwise, I'm gonna just kind of get right into it because I have a lot to talk about and I tend to totally ramble and get off topic, so I feel like this is probably gonna be long already. This video is already so funny because I literally feel like I'm the same color as my wall. And I'm persistently getting like sicker in voice as I'm speaking, but literally I'm so pale. I don't know if I should like scoot back or like come closer. I think it all looks the same. I look like a goddamn ghost. Okay, anyways, I had to get rid of my massive computer / workstation because it didn't like fit through the doors or essentially anywhere in my apartment. So I have this tiny, tiny little desk that I just got from IKEA and I'm sitting on like an ottoman. I had to like downsize my entire life and I don't know, I kind of like it. Okay, so May 1st, officially been here for 1 year. Let me kind of just touch base about why I moved because a lot of you guys asked me. When I left Baltimore, and I kind of left on a whim, I wasn't really planning on moving. Like I had thought about it for a while and I had like made various posts and stuff being like, oh, like living in New York would be so tight, whatever. But I didn't really anticipate moving as soon as I did. It kind of just happened. Honestly, I was at like a really low point in my life for a lot of reasons. I was on like the worst sleep schedule ever, awake all night, sleeping all day, whatever kind of thing. So I was like in a bit of a rut, I kind of feel like. I just needed to make some changes. And I wasn't trying to like escape by any means. I go home all the time still and I miss my friends like incredibly. I'm so lucky to have so many awesome friends because they all come and visit me and I go home all the time and whatever. But honestly, I just was kind of at a point in my life where I needed to make some lifestyle changes and I really was trying to figure out like what I wanted to do with my life, and New York really just seemed like the place to actively pursue the goals that I had in mind, which mostly were fashion related. You know, I really wanted to kind of break into the fashion industry and I went to college for economics. So like my schooling and whatnot was really not the field that I really wanted to be working in. So basically I kind of just hit on my landlord in Baltimore and I was kind of like, can I break my lease? I'm trying to move to New York. And he was so cool about it. And he was like, you know, like do whatever makes you happy. And all my friends at the time were like super bummed that I was moving, but everyone was really supportive, which made it a lot easier because it was obviously a big change, but it's really scary to kind of like dip out from your hometown where you live your whole life. Like my comfort zone was Baltimore and I don't have any family here and I really didn't have any close friends here. I had like some acquaintances and whatnot, but I didn't have any like staple friends or whatever. So I really moved here by myself with like no one, and that's just in general really scary. So a couple of my friends helped me pack up my U-Haul. I had like a huge U-Haul. And my friend Chris drove my U-Haul to New York because I'm terrified of like driving big cars. And I got here with my truck and my 2 cats, who a lot of you guys know about already because they always make appearances in my videos. But yes, I do have 2. I'm like borderline crazy cat lady. So I got here and I had found a place through a broker who was a friend of a friend who kind of owed me like a little favor or whatever. And of course, in New York, like a lot of real estate, you have to go through a broker and pay a broker's fee or whatever. And I didn't pay a fee, but essentially the broker still gets paid through your lease or whatever. So they like assured me my apartment was totally finished. You know, I was like, I'm moving here with all my stuff and my cats. Like, I just want to make sure it's all set in stone. And they were like, yeah. Like, I put my deposit down and everything. And I got here, and the building was not done at all. And when I say not done at all, I mean, like, it was not livable to the point where there was no hot water. There was no heat. There was hardly electricity. Borderline homeless living, really scary. And there was really nothing that I could do except make the best of a horrible situation because I was already here and I wasn't going to turn back and go home. So I ended up moving into a unit down the hall that was like the most finished unit, and it still like had like no walls and like no anything. Thank God I knew like one person here who had a functioning shower, and she was really amazing. I was showering at her house. My hygiene literally declined. So that went on for like a month, and it fucking sucked. It was like the worst month ever, but I totally stuck it out like a boss. You know, I made the best of it. And in the meantime, I was, you know, just networking, making some new friends and whatever, kind of feeling out the situation. And even now, after living here for a year, it's weird to be like, I live in New York, because it still hasn't like completely registered. When I say it, sometimes I'm like, oh, I do. I live in New York, you know, and it's kind of surreal, but it's been a long year. It's gone by fast, but I feel like a lot has happened, and a lot of awesome things have happened too. So just want to kind of talk about that. My hair is doing this crazy, like, what is going on? Like, look at my part. It's like the Nile. I don't know what's happening. And it looks like I have like a weird comb over going on because I have like big bangs still. And when my hair gets really dirty like it is right now, I just like brush them over to the side. So that's what's happening. And I have like this horrible cowlick right here. Anyways, okay. Flash forward, month in New York, and I finally moved to my new unit, which was down the hall. And it was finished, and it was still like a bitch to get everything done because, of course, they said everything was done, and it wasn't. My dishwasher didn't work for like 2 months. Not that that's, you know, mandatory or life-threatening or whatever, but it's still annoying. So I finally started to settle in, and my roommate moved in, and it was my friend from high school who is actually moving back in with me in like the end of this month, so I'm so excited because she's like my partner in crime, and I'm obsessed with her. So anyways, I got an internship working for a stylist. It was cool. I did a couple of photo shoots or whatever with her. And then I wanted to find a more permanent internship, like a long-term internship. And when I had worked with the stylist, we had worked with jewelry from Pamela Love. I had heard of her as a designer before, but I really wasn't super familiar with like a lot of her work or her collaborations or anything. So after I worked with some of her stuff, I like researched her and I was like, oh, this is like totally where I want to work, you know, but I really didn't have like a lot of connects or anything. And I applied for a bunch of internships, and then randomly I saw that Pamela Love was looking for interns, and I sent in my resume and my cover letter and everything, and I ended up having an interview there. So I was like geeking out, I was like dying. And then I ended up getting the internship, in short. So it was like where I wanted to intern since I moved here, you know, and it was like my dream internship. So I've been there for almost 6 months, and my internship is gonna be over June 15th, which is really sad, but it's been like the best experience I could have asked for moving here. And I work in PR, so I do press, and I'm kind of like a press assistant, and we do a lot of different stuff, but a really cool thing about working there, aside from the fact that my boss is like amazing, and you know, just working for people who are awesome is so much better than working for like a bunch of schmucks, because that happens all the time. Not to say that necessarily just in fashion. I feel like in any field you can have like a shitty boss, but I feel like fashion is like inherently known for being pretentious. And, you know, sometimes that's the case, sometimes it's not the case, but I feel like that is, like, the opposite of the case at Pamela Love, where I work right now. And everyone's just super awesome, and the designer is there almost every day, so you really get to see, like, the creative process. And I just feel like I've learned so much and gained so much out of that internship. Like, I really couldn't have asked for anything better. So that's kind of what I've been doing. When I first moved here, I was also bartending at a couple different spots, in underground kind of club, which was really cool, but possibly mafia related. I don't really know, but yeah, so it's pretty much what I've been up to. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I feel like I've been doing a ton of stuff just in New York, kind of just exploring. Like, this city is so insane, you know, like there's still like a million things I haven't seen or done. And I feel like I've done a lot. Like, I have rented paddle boats in Central Park with my mother, and it was like pouring rain too, so it was like the worst paddle boating experience ever. But like, I'm not even, I mean, I want to say I'm like, oh, I'm such an outdoorsy person, but I'm really not. Like, I feel like I've done a lot of stuff, but I feel like, you know, I can go out any day and do something completely new and different, and I totally love it. So it's been a really good change, and I think that my mentality has changed a lot. When I think back to like a year ago at the place I was mentally, emotionally, and not to say that I was like unstable, but I was not settled, and I feel like I wasn't content with where I was in my life. Not like geographically, but just the place that I was in every other aspect, you know. And I feel like I'm like really moving towards the point of being content. So I feel like it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. It hasn't been easy either, though. It's not like been like just like this continual like party. It's been a lot of work, you know. I'm on a regular sleep schedule finally. I mean, kind of, not like completely regular, but I like go to bed and wake up early. But when I started filming my YouTube videos, it was because I was like on this hideous schedule, going to sleep at literally like 9 a.m. So I was like, what do I do at nighttime? And then I was like cutting up t-shirts, you know, a state of like delusional non-sleep. And I still stay up late sometimes, but it's not like to that extent. And I just in general feel a lot happier. And I kind of wanted to do a tour of my old apartment, but it wasn't, you know, my first place in New York. It was cool, and there was like a lot of great amenities and stuff, but it wasn't like my dream apartment in a lot of ways, and especially with like all the shit I went through when I first moved there and stuff. But anyways, I just moved, so I've been here for like 9 or 10 days, and my new apartment is absolutely incredible and cheaper than my old one, but it's absolutely amazing. Like, I'll show you a little bit, but I definitely want to do a tour on this apartment because I feel like it's like my home space right now. And when I first moved in, I was like, it doesn't feel like home yet. But it, you know, after I like unpacked like a bajillion things, because I have so much stuff, like borderline hoarder status, it feels so much more like home. And I can't wait for my roommate to get here and whatever. And I have like a million windows. So it's my living room. Anyways, my apartment is like so fabulous, and it's perfect. And that's a picture one of my YouTube followers drew for me, and it's so awesome. And it's traveled with me to 3 different apartments, so I totally keep everything you guys send me and stuff. And I feel like I'm sounding like more and more like a prepubescent boy frog as I continue this video, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. But anyways, I just wanted to touch base with you guys so you know that I'm alive, and I still check my YouTube. I haven't like completely fallen off or like died or anything. Like, I'm totally still here chilling, and I just got internet today. So now that I'm kind of settled, I still have like a lot of unpacking. There's my kitchen. Oh, it's so cute. And there's like all my makeup and like a bunch of weave because I've been like doing my hair and my makeup in my living room. But yeah, it's incredible here. I feel so much better because my old apartment was on the first floor and got literally like no sunlight. It was like a continuous cave, and I hated it. My apartment was cute, but I just hated it. Like, I would wake up and be like, what is it like outside? And my bedroom window faced like a wall, so I was like, I guess it's raining, and then it would be like 80 and beautiful or something. So I can like see everything that's going on so much better. And I feel like, you know, when I was looking for apartments, it's really difficult in New York. If any of you guys live there, you probably know how much of a pain in the ass it is to get an apartment and get on your own lease, especially me because I'm still young. Like, I'm going to be turning 24 this month, so I feel like I'm getting really old. But New York has like a lot of renters' rights, so it's a lot harder to get on a lease, and you have to go through like all this crap, and they like rape your credit and all this stuff just to make sure that you're not gonna like default on your lease or whatever. So anyways, that's pretty much it. And on that note, I guess I just want to say that you guys are really awesome and really rad, and if I didn't talk with you guys every day, I feel like my life wouldn't be as awesome because I don't know, I just love the sport, and I feel like I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for networking with like a lot of the people I talk to through YouTube. And even though my videos are like retarded, like filmed with like my iPhone and bunk as hell, you guys still watch them, which is really cool. So I'm totally stoked, and I'm really excited to start filming again. As always, if you guys have any requests, you can leave them down below, or you can send me a message. I read everything, and I usually respond or whatever. So yeah, hit me up and let me know what you want to see. I already am planning on doing like a jean short video soon because I posted some jean shorts on my Instagram. I think I posted them on my Facebook page also. And everyone was like, I want to know how you make those. And they're so easy. And I have a bunch of other tutorials. And I feel like I kind of want to also start doing more like lifestyle videos, like what am I doing in New York? Not that my life is like super exciting, but I feel like I do some interesting things. And once my roommate moves in, we're just going to like tear the city up. And I'm probably going to need to film it. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out and following me. I have like 30-something thousand subscribers now, which is crazy, and I feel like I really don't utilize my following as I should. Like, I should be filming videos all the time, and I'm just like posting awkward pictures of like food on Facebook. So thanks again. I love you guys a lot, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon and interacting with all of you. So I'll see you soon.